Hey guys, what is up? It is Pieces of Prestige and welcome back to episode 10 of building Parc Miranda in Planet Coaster. And it's gonna be awesome. It's actually a pretty long episode compared to how long the episodes normally last. This video is about 16.5 minutes long, so it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, let's just get right into it. What we're doing today is building or decorating the exit area of the coaster, which is called Red Fury. And I really love the way it turned out. I hope you're gonna love it as well. So yeah, stick with me as we just talk about a lot of crap and yeah, get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and start with the first subject of today. What I kind of want to talk about is I actually joined something. I joined Schematics-Team and I'm now a member of it. The link is in the description to the channel, and also the first talk show with me in it has been uploaded, so that's all cool. And it's basically where we just talk about Planet Coaster and ways that, you know, we think of that they can improve the game, and hopefully one day things will get fixed, I suppose. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, I suppose. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Now right here, what you can see me do actually is build this little structure, and I tried to place a toilet stall in it, but it was way too small and too close to the path, so it could not connect. And yeah, that's kind of a shame, but you know, I actually didn't decorate the rest of the building in this video, so you know, I might do that next video or just off camera. You might just be able to, you know, see it as it will be in the future next episode, so that it will just be done, I suppose. And but there's a lot of things like that, you know, that I might do off camera because they're just really tedious and all the same. And yeah, I just don't want to make every video kind of exactly the same. There has to be some kind of dynamic in there so that, you know, every video is slightly different. And right now, I'm really happy about the fact that, you know, I'm able to actually decorate this entire exit area. And I really love the way this turned out. Like, these walls fit the path perfectly. The path is exactly 4 meters wide, and even like the little corner right there, the bend of the outer curb, it fits the the rounded wall perfectly. And right here, kind of making a makeshift little railing sort of thing, and that was just by making some arcs that are 1 meter taller, or well, yeah, taller than the top of the path. And that way, you know, I can basically just lay some really cool like things on there, like the handrails, the wooden handrails that are on there right now, the planks, and also the stucco coins that are on there. It's just awesome, and I really like the way this turned out. Now, one little thing that was kind of difficult for this was adding some lighting, and I just didn't really want the super yellow lights that are right here with the lanterns. So in the end, I decided to go with a little more modern kind of street lights, but then the little ones. And I just made them red because, of course, the coaster is named Red Fury, and you know, this area right here that you can see in front of these arcs, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm really happy with it. This is actually like the first time I really got into coaster triggers, so yeah, let's just get right into that. If I'm correct, I should be starting with that in a couple of seconds. Right here, just adding a random skull to there, but yeah, here we go. We are actually adding a locomotive, and we're gonna make it, you know, entirely red because, of course, the coaster's name is Red Fury. And what I kind of wanted to do was that when the coaster launches, that there's flames shooting out of the chimney at the top of the locomotive, and it actually worked out great. Now, in the start, like, it was a little bit difficult getting the triggers right, and you know, getting to know the system of how you can, well, basically just install your triggers. But once I got that down, it was pretty easy to actually do it. I think there's also some pretty good, you know, if you don't know how triggers work, there's some pretty good tutorials on YouTube, I suppose. I think so. I might look them up. Could kind of be helpful, maybe. But yeah, I think for now this is just fine, like what I have right here. Now, this is what I loved, by the way, about the 3D gizmo that lets you like free place your items. Is that you can just, you know, with the object axis, you can just move it down exactly down its own vertical line, I suppose, so that you can actually access like the little particle effect things And then when you're done with that, you can just drag them back up through the vertical axis of the object, and it will be at the exact same location. And I think, you know, that just makes me really happy. Now right here, just adding a little bit of foliage here and there, some little rocks, and these little red bushes. Because of course Red Fury has to have some red bushes, and yeah, let me know what you think about the let me know what you think about the Locomotive. You know, it's because in the beginning I felt like we're gonna make it kind of like a bird name in the end, but now Red Fury, you know, it kind of also makes me think of Fury, like the movie with the tank, I suppose. I'm not sure if you know that. If you don't know, go ahead and look it up. It's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good watch. But, you know, I think this just works out fine, especially with the fire coming out of the chimney and stuff. Alright, here just doing a little bit of decoration. And here we are going to go into the first bit of backstage work. And this is basically making this path, or, well, the road, basically go underneath the coaster. And it was a little bit tricky, and I'm still really not happy with the result. As you can see right there on the left, well, if you look at it closely, you can actually see a really sharp line where the road starts going down. And I didn't really want that. I kind of wanted it to be smooth. So we're going to have to go back in later and smooth that out. But yeah, that's all going to be fine. Now right here, I kind of laid out the way that I want this train track to go around like the coaster. And one thing that I thought, like, well, if I just, you know, do like scenery and ride collision, then I would be able to just drag the terrain back up to the height of the train tracks. And it actually turned out to be impossible to do that, since it will stop like a half a meter underneath for some weird reason. So yeah, I actually in the end I decided to just delete all of that track. And then what I'm gonna do later is just add some more terrain, so like raise the terrain a little bit, and then draw the entire piece of track again. And that's gonna be kind of the end of that. Now right here, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this already, this area right here. What I actually did was just theme this area right here a little bit, and I kind of wanted to do some smoke effects when the coaster leaves the station. So what I ended up doing was making this little cave right here, which was pretty difficult to get right because the other track is right on top of it. And if I placed it like where I'm placing it right now, it would be on the side of the track. And normally that wouldn't really be a problem for normal sit-down coasters. But of course, a wing coaster, the riders are on the side of the track. So it was a little bit tricky, you know, getting the rocks in there and making it all fit. In the end, it kind of worked out, and what I actually did, what you will see in a second, is I added some smoke generators. And basically, like, the coaster works in a way, you know, the coaster actually didn't make it when it just rolled out the station, when I was designing it. When it rolled down the station, out of the station, down into this helix, and then up into, like, the first sort of pre-launch block break, I suppose. It didn't make it back up. So what I had to do was make some little launch section right there in that little tunnel inside of the station building. And basically what's going to happen is when the coaster actually exits the station, right there, as you can see, that's the trigger that I placed right now. When it does that, the smoke generators will generate smoke for a couple of seconds, and then the coaster will go through it, and then they'll stop. And you know, that's just one of the things that I really love about this game. Like, dude, like, oh my god. Oh my god. But the triggers are so epic. I mean, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, if you wanted, like, some smoke near your coaster, the particle generator would be on, like, permanently. And it would just cause so much lag spikes and all that. Well, not even lag spikes, just lag in general. And it was just really, really uncomfortable to play that way. And, well, at least for me and my computer. I'm sure some of you guys may have played it, like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 back in the day, without any lag, even with big parks. Even though I think the game wasn't that well optimized. Oh well, it might be. Whatever. It's all about Planet Coaster now, so... That's so cool. Alright, now we are actually already at the 10-minute mark, and it's going pretty well, I must say. This little building right here, I really like the way it turned out. I might have actually added, well, I should have added some cross braces right there on the side, which I might do later, but I'm not that sure yet. Now right here, just adding this little building right here. What I wanted to do, right, is in Furious Baco, the coaster that is in Port Aventura. I talked about that in a couple of previous episodes, and I'm only going to touch on it very lightly today. Basically, what happens is before you launch, you get into this pre-launch segment of the coaster, and you will see some kind of like an animation on the screen, and you know, some animated objects. And then when the animation finishes, like the coaster just shoots off. And right here, what I kind of want to do is sort of also create a screen. So maybe I could like make a green screen, and then in post edit in the POV, I could actually put a video over it. And I would also like to just add some audio, like some custom audio with triggers, so that I can actually like make a pre-launch sequence, which is going to be awesome. I hope. I really hope so. And then, you know, when that finishes, the coaster just rolls out of this little building and goes down into the launch section and gets launched right away. And right here, another piece of some, basically some more work. That's the way I'm gonna say it, yeah. Some more work on the particle effects. And I'm sorry if this commentary is pretty choppy. I haven't had that much sleep, and it's really bad. So yeah, I hope you guys still enjoy this. If you do like it, you know, if you do still enjoy it, go ahead and click the like button. It would be awesome. But yeah, right here, just trying to add some animated objects to this pre-launch chamber, and it just failed miserably, as you could see. Now right here, just trying to add some very scary things, but it didn't really work out. You know, I tried to do some bandit stuff, and I thought that doesn't make any sense. So let's just go ahead and do some random hooks on the wall and just some random chandeliers and stuff, and yeah, we'll be all set. That's what I thought. And right here, this is also one of the things that I found pretty tricky, by the way, as you can see. I now have 4 triggers basically on the track, and the thing is with triggers is they actually rename themselves. So if you, of course, it does kind of make sense that like it starts at 1 and then further down the track is 2 and then 3 and then 4. But if you like, let's say you have 5 triggers and you move trigger 5 to the position of trigger 2, it automatically changes to trigger 2, and you know, the name is different, but like the items connected are still the same. And sometimes, you know, I just really mess it up and it gets really messy and I have no clue what I'm doing. So I have to pay a little more attention to that and do some more experimentation. And I think, you know, that's all gonna be fine. You know, to do some more experimentation. I actually am working on sort of a side project right now, which is a wooden roller coaster, and I haven't posted anything of it on Twitter or on YouTube or whatever, actually. So if you guys might want to see that, you know, if you think like, well, we want to see you experiment a little bit, if you do, then go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to post a video about it soon. And I might even, like, in a couple of weeks, start doing videos twice a week, but that's still kind of debatable depending on how much time I actually have, because my life is going to be pretty hectic in the upcoming months, and I just really want to prepare for that, you know, that I basically just don't get surprised by the amount of time that I'm losing. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. You know, updates of that will be on my Twitter, of course, if I do actually you know, decide to go twice a week. You'll see that on Twitter, so that's all going to be awesome. Now right here, just making this little train yard. I'm not really sure about this. Like, I'm not sure how I have to feel about this. I am, you know, at first I was pretty happy with it, but now seeing it like for the second time, I'm not that sure, especially with the 2 trains right there in the stations. Maybe I should just add like trains as a scenery piece and then just, you know, do that, because that might be a better idea. Now right here, this is basically the last project of today, and that is going to be this little launch section pathway kind of thing. And I just had to remove some of the supports that were actually like intersecting the concrete right here. And I think yeah, I'm not sure why I actually added this. Like, it isn't that necessary. You could also just make a little path on the ground or maybe some gravel stuff. But in the end, I think I'm quite happy with it. Just this, you know, adding some wooden pillars to the sides and then making some railings out of it. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. You know, right here, just copy and pasting it all over the place. And that concludes this episode. So guys, I'm sorry for the choppy commentary, but I want to thank you guys for watching anyways. And if you stuck with me, go ahead and hit that like button. You guys are awesome. So yeah, until next time, I guess I'll see you again this Friday. And yeah, until then, peace from Pieces of Prestige.